Strømsgodset against Aalesund, Norwegian Eliteserien match this Sunday, 4 p.m. kickoff time in the UK. The first time we're going to see Godset in action this season. They didn't play last week. The match was postponed because at least 10 players had COVID. So, I mean, it's the first COVID postponement I've known in the sport for quite some time. Seemed a bit of an extreme situation. So, I'm not exactly sure who was affected within the squad, but obviously it's not easy for them in the last couple of weeks. They've had difficult preparations for this game. Who knows? It might have been, the training might have been quite limited for several players involved. So that already makes me a bit dubious about Godset here. They've got a new manager for this season. The only team that changed their manager in the off-season. Jørgen Isnes, former KFUM Oslo manager, has done well in the Obos, but he's completely changing the tactical system here at Godset into like a 3-4-3 system. So we don't know really what to expect. They could be anything. They could be good, they could be bad, they could be downright ugly. So a lot of question marks about Godset heading into this game. Aalesund lost in week 1 home to Vålerenga 1-0. It should have been a 0-0 draw. It was quite a solid performance from both teams. Aalesund's big problem for me is always going to be scoring goals, but they did unleash their new signing Isaac Atanga in that second half. He hit the post. Supposedly he looks like a really top prospect. He wants at a market value. I think he still has quite a high market value. Statistically, he's not had a brilliant pass, but he could be the sort of player that comes into Eliteserien and tears it up. Albeit it is in a team which is perhaps limited offensively, and the manager will always be more pragmatic. I think Aalesund could catch Godset cold here. They've had an extra game before this one. They've not had the issues that Godset have had with the COVID situation. They beat them twice last year, and I think at plus 281, you can take them. Just a little bit of a nibble, and I don't want to take the handicap. I would much rather sort of stake less and just risk everything on the money line, because they could equally play terribly here and lose. So there's a lot of question marks, but I think there is some value on Aalesund to maybe get the win. I'm going to predict them to win this match 2-1, but really anything is possible.